The blue light filled the entire United Nations Assembly Hall. Every person in the room stepped back as the air itself seemed to bend and twist. Then, in a flash that made everyone blink, the alien appeared. Ambassador Kethra stood 7 feet. Tall with gray skin that looked like stone. His 4 arms moved with perfect control, and his large black eyes looked at every human in the room. When he spoke, his voice came from a small device on his chest, turning his words into perfect English. "People of Earth," Kethra said, "this is your final warning." President Jack Morrison sat in the front row with the other world leaders. He had seen this alien twice before. Each time, Kethra had asked the same thing. Each time, Earth had said no. "The Galactic Coalition fights for survival," Kethra continued. "The Void Swarm moves closer to your world every day. They eat entire planets. They turn living beings into more of themselves. Nothing stops them except united strength." Dr. Lisa Carter leaned forward in her seat. She had studied every piece of alien technology Earth possessed. The Coalition ships were amazing, but they were losing their war. She had seen the reports. 3 Coalition worlds had fallen in the past month. "Alone, we offer you protection," Kethra said. "Join our military forces. Give us your soldiers. In return, we will defend your world when the swarm arrives." Captain Ryan Blake shifted uncomfortably. He commanded Earth's small space fleet, 12 orbital defense platforms and 30 exploration ships, against the Coalition's massive warships. They looked like toys. Against the Void Swarm, they would last maybe 10 minutes. President Morrison stood up. The room became quiet. "Ambassador Kethra," Morrison said, "Earth's position has not changed. We thank the Coalition for their offer, but we will remain neutral in this conflict." Kethra's 4 arms moved in what might have been anger. "You do not understand. The swarm does not care about neutrality. They will consume your world whether you fight or not." "That may be true," Morrison replied. "But Earth will not send our people to die in someone else's war. We have watched the galaxy tear itself apart for too long. We choose peace." The alien ambassador made a sound like grinding metal. "Peace? You call hiding in your small system peace? The Coalition has fought this war for 50 years. Billions have died to slow the swarm's advance. And you sit here, safe, behind your primitive defenses talking about peace." Dr. Carter felt her face get hot. Primitive defenses? Earth's technology might not match the Coalition's, but they had built it themselves. Every ship, every weapon, every shield generator came from human hands and human minds. "Our defenses work well enough to keep us safe," she said. "Earth has no colonies to protect. We have no territory beyond our solar system. We are not a threat to anyone." "Not a threat?" Kethra laughed, but the sound had no humor in it. "Your species multiplies faster than any in the galaxy. Your population grows by millions every year. In time, you will spread to other worlds. What then? Will you still claim to be harmless farmers?" Captain Blake stood up. "What we do in the future is our choice. Right now, Earth wants nothing to do with your war." Kethra's black eyes fixed on Blake. "Captain, your little fleet has what, 30 ships? The Corvanian military caste has 3,000 war cruisers. The Alterian Empire fields 10,000 fighters in a single battle group. The Zephyrian Republic can crack a planet's crust with 1 bombardment ship. And you think your 30 exploration vessels make you strong enough to stay neutral?" "Our ships don't make us strong," Blake said quietly. "Our unity does. Every human on Earth agrees on this. We will not join your war." The ambassador walked closer to the front row. His footsteps made no sound, but everyone could feel his presence like a cold wind. "Unity," he repeated. "Yes, humans are good at working together. We have noticed this. But unity means nothing against the swarm. They are more united than any species in the galaxy. Every drone shares one mind. Every ship follows one purpose. Your unity will not save you when they arrive. Morrison stepped forward. If that day comes, Earth will face it as we face everything else, together. But until then, we will not be dragged into someone else's fight. Kethra looked around the room one more time. His gaze stopped on each world leader, each military officer, each scientist. When he spoke again, his voice was colder than space itself. Very well. The Coalition has offered you partnership. You have chosen isolation. When the swarm reaches your world, do not expect our help. We will be too busy fighting for civilizations that had the wisdom to stand with us. The alien raised one of his 4 hands. The blue light began to grow around him again. Remember this moment, he said. Remember that you chose this path. When your cities burn and your people scream, remember that the galaxy offered you a chance to survive. The light flashed again. Kethra was gone. President Morrison looked around the room. Every leader looked back at him. No one spoke for a long moment. Finally, the president of Russia broke the silence. Did we make the right choice? Morrison nodded slowly. Earth has survived ice ages, plagues, world wars, and nuclear weapons. We've done it by working together and making our own decisions. I won't change that now. Dr. Carter gathered her papers. She had work to do. If the Coalition was right, if the Void Swarm was really coming, then Earth needed better defenses. Human defenses, built by human hands with human ingenuity. Captain Blake was already planning. 30 ships were not enough. Earth needed more. Not Coalition technology with Coalition control systems, but pure human engineering. Fast, tough, and reliable. As the leaders filed out of the assembly hall, none of them knew they had 6 months before their decision would be tested. None of them knew that choosing neutrality would soon become impossible, but they had made their choice. Earth would go its own way, as it always had. The galaxy would learn to respect that choice, whether it wanted to or not. 6 months passed like a quiet dream. Earth spun peacefully in space while the galaxy burned around it. The Coalition war reports that reached Earth